From the top of the food chain, Brooklyn, New York, a new day has arrived in cable TV. Strap yourselves in for a fun ride. It's the Cyclone Variety Show. Now here's your host, Cyclone!
I'm back. Miss me much? Oh my goodness, thank you guys for coming. Holy smokes. People showed. Wow, I can't believe it. Long time no see, bro. How you doing?
Nice to see you.
You lie.
Yeah, well.
Wow, it is so good to be back here. Oh my God. Look, the fact of the matter is, let me just say, and I'm not speaking out of school here, the real reason why Brick decided to bring me back is because, well, NBC is bringing back Will and Grace. ABC is bringing back Roseanne. So the fact of the matter is, Brick thinks it's time that they compete with the big boys, so they bring the Brooklyn bad boy back into your life. Me. Now, thank you. Thank you. At least there's one happy person, because I know I'm not happy. Here's the deal. To my crew, my hard-working crew that actually decided to show up today, if you guys think I was bad working for it, let me tell you something. Steve Harvey's show is now moving to LA, and he has a do not approach him edict to his staff. I don't mind if you guys come to me. Just don't tell me how ugly or fat or stupid or dumb I am, and we got no problems. Speaking about things in the news, Joe Scarsborough, host of Morning Joe, came out with something saying that Kellyanne Conway really secretly hates Donald Trump and that she's only there for the money. Now think about that. A woman taking the job for money. How many times has that happened? Wow, it is 4:30 in the afternoon, and you know what? I haven't eaten all day. I know it's hard to believe. But, and I know it's unprofessional of me to say this, but I'm actually getting kind of hungry. You know, so hungry I could actually eat a limb. Just not mine, because diabetic limbs don't taste too good. But I'll tell you, you know what I'm in the mood for? A baked granny. Either an apple or the woman, I don't give two craps. And speaking of food, waiters have actually come out with tips to help people lower their checks. The number one way to lower your check? Stop eating so much food. Celebrity-wise, a while back, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner finalized their divorce. And the only thing that, I'm wondering about that is, who gets to live in the Batcave? Billy Ray Cyrus has said that he's changing his name. I think his new name is going to be Flat Broke Cyrus. Although, I have to admit, if he decides to go the way of Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, he'd make a really sweet Sue Bob Cyrus. Speaking of Cyruses, Miley Cyrus has said she's no longer on drugs. Way to go, Miley. No more drugs. Nobody likes a quitter, you dum-dum. Get back on the stuff. We have any sports fans here? Former Chicago White Sox ace Chris Sale, who now pitches for the Red Sox, is having a phenomenal season so far. And he's pitching for the Red Sox. And that's just proof that all Sox matter. Okay. Some of them take a little bit while to ponder. I'll wait. Got nothing else to do. How many of you guys, by the way, think that the Mets injuries are a WWE work? The Indianapolis Colts have announced that they are making a Peyton Manning statue outside their stadium. And there is absolutely no truth to the rumors whatsoever that he's going to be holding a Papa John box. Rihanna has made a change in her life. She said that she is now going to date the entire New York Jets team because she doesn't want to be with guys that beat her. And the Jets aren't beating nobody. And speaking about women and beaten, I want you all to know that over the last 18 months, American women have spent $630 million on golf balls. Ladies, let me make this perfectly clear to you. Buy me a value meal and you can have my balls. And on that note, are you guys ready to start this shing-ding of a show? Yay! All right. My first guest was my last guest on my old show. And now he's the first one returning. Funny how that works out. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Connecticut, he is a rising star. I can call you a rising star, right?
I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6A.
Right. This first song is called 40 More Ounces of Beer to Go. Baby, I love when you wear that little blue dress. You have a way of relieving all of my stress. You're the only one who knows what I've been through. You don't know how much I adore you. I don't know how to tell you how I feel. I'm not sure how to say it. It's like feeling all alone with your last cigarette. Call her on the phone when you've had your last shot of Jack on your breath. 40 more ounces of beer to go. 40 more ounces and I'll be heading home. I'll never forget the last time that I saw you. I was spinning my tires and you were crying in the rear view. I probably should have turned around, but I couldn't take the sound of you crying loud. I don't know how to tell you how I feel, and I'm not sure how to say it. It's like feeling all alone with your last cigarette. Call her on the phone when you've had your last shot of Jack on your breath. 40 more ounces of beer to go. 40 more ounces and I'll be heading home. I'll never forget the first time I called you mine. I'll never forget all those bottles of wine. And I'll never forget holding your hair back when you were sick. And I'll never forget the things you did with mine. It's like feeling all alone with your last cigarette. Call her on the phone when you've had your last shot of Jack on your breath. 40 more ounces of beer to go. 40 more ounces and I'll be heading home.
And you'll play some more, right, for us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, I will.
You're not leaving here without playing more.
Can't wait.
Good. Now, are you guys ready to do some more laughing?
Yeah!
Good. All the way from another very, very far away land called the island of Staten, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Romby Jr.
Thank you, Cyclone. All right. I'm performing these days wearing aviator frame glasses because I figured looking like a retired neo-Nazi just wasn't cutting it anymore. I thought I should throw in a touch of Jeffrey Dahmer. So that used to be my opener, and then a comedian on my show said, well, what are you saying you look like a Nazi for? You don't look like a Nazi. You look like a librarian who just murdered his wife. And I really objected to being compared to a librarian. Because, I liked being called a Nazi. Not because of my disparaging attitude towards blacks and Jews, but because it made me sound like I work out, and I would have friends if I ever wound up in prison. But at least librarian still has Aryan in it, so it's not an utter loss. But like Cyclone said, I am from Staten Island, and people from Staten Island have a bad reputation for being racists. But they don't realize there's a lot of diversity in Staten Island. You have Italian racists, you got Irish racists. I don't get it because there was no racism in Staten Island when it was all only white people there. So I don't watch pornography, and I don't know very much about it. But my two brother-in-laws, they're kind of experts, and they were telling me about something called a lemon party. I had no idea what it was. Apparently what a lemon party is homosexual pornography between senior citizens. My other brother-in-law says, hey, Joe, that sounds like it's right up your alley. Why don't you try it? I said, hey, I'm not a senior citizen. My wife prefers Glad cling wrap to saran wrap, which I don't understand because that's like preferring Dennis Leary to Bill Hicks. Now, that's a joke only comedians will get, and some comedians don't even get it. But, it just seems stupid to me because why should there be Glad cling wrap? There's no saran bags, right? They used to make bags. Now they make garbage pails. They make Tupperware. It's like they want to take over. They say they're Glad, but it sounds like they won't be happy until they're the only plastic kitchen product in the world. My little boy has a good friend. The kid's name is Job. Now, if you don't know who Job is from the Bible, Job was a man. God made a bet against Satan that he could do anything he wanted to Job, and Job would never stop being devoted to the Lord. So God destroyed Job's crops, killed Job's 4 sons, and covered Job's flesh in boils. And this lady thought that would be a good name to give her son. I mean, with all the trendy biblical names, you got Adam, you got Abraham, you got Jacob, Joshua, Noah, she picks Job. I can't think of a more inappropriate name for a little boy than Job. Except maybe Adolf. And that's my son's name. So, thing is, I'm going to move my family to Flint, Michigan. Sure, we'll have to drink bottled water, but at least I'll have an explanation why my son is doing so poorly in school. Now, when I told that joke a year ago when it was relevant, I got a lot of complaints. People said it was racist. Here we go again. I'm like, that joke is not racist. My son's not black. He's stupid. But, when you look like I do, like a male nurse at a Nazi hospital, kind of up to me to prove that I'm not racist. Because I could be, talking about my love of opera, and someone in the audience right away is going to assume that my favorite composer is Wagner. Richard Wagner, because that was Hitler's favorite, right? But no, my favorite opera composer is Beethoven, because Beethoven only wrote one opera. It's easy to remember. And thing is, operas are hard. They take 3 or 4 hours to go by. I don't know how anybody could write more than one opera. Puccini wrote 11 operas. Alessandro Scarlatti wrote over 100 operas. Now, I'm no impresario, but something tells me they're not all winners. Another thing about symphony music that makes me laugh is the composer goes through all this trouble to compose the symphony, arrange the symphony, rehearse the symphony. But then when it comes time to put a title on it, they just slap a number down like it's in line at the DMV. Like Beethoven's assistant comes over and says, hey, boss, this da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. This is terrific. What are you going to call it? Beethoven's like, I don't know. I'm tired. How many do I have already? He goes, well, you got 4. He goes, fine. Call it Beethoven's 5th. All right, thanks, you guys. I'm Joe Romby Jr. Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Cyclone.
How are you?
I'm happy to be back. Happy to be on the show again.
Oh, yes. This is your second time, too.
Yeah.
Everybody's cherries has been popped.
You want to put it that way? I don't think I would have come back had you put it that way.
So let me ask you a question. Being from Staten Island, do you think that's a hindrance to you stand-up wise?
Perfectly frankly, yes. I didn't think people from Staten Island were allowed to be comedians until I saw Nancy Richards and Joseph James, and I'm actually really from Brooklyn, but I do live in Staten Island. I have lived in Staten Island a lot, enough to be called a Staten Islander. Once you move back to Staten Island for a third time, you're a Staten Islander. There's no more prefacing that you're originally from Brooklyn. Yeah, I just didn't think. I don't know. It's funny when now Staten Island is very positive self-image, but I grew up in the '70s. I mean, it was known as a garbage dump, and that was what you thought of when you thought of someone who lives in a garbage dump. Now, my self-esteem is low enough as it is. I didn't need any garbage dump to reference to lower it even further.
Now, when you started doing stand-up, compared to now, how much have you seen a change?
I don't know. I mean, it's like I kind of like feel like I'm an old-fashioned comedian. I tell a joke. I wait for people to laugh. But the kids now, they're making it into a whole new way of approaching it. And I don't know how they do it, but they tell jokes without appearing to be telling jokes. And I think that's good.
So what's next on your calendar-wise?
I'm going to Lisa Harmon's open mic at a gay bar on 13th Street in an hour.
That's it?
Well, that's for today. How far? I'm 58 years old. How far ahead do you want me to look, man? No, I have that. And then this Saturday, I'm at Randy Epley's Comedy Dungeon on 100th Street. And then next Saturday, I'm at the Broadway Comedy Club on Alex Starr's show, early show at 6 p.m. So, yeah, I actually do have some dates, and that's all I can remember right now. I didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
Just to know for all you future guests, I do give quizzes, and it's not multiple choice either. So, with you, actually, let me put it to you like this. Going to Broadway, have you considered or even thought of maybe heading to the podcast studio?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would say on. I don't know what I'm going to say right now. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know about podcasts. I don't even listen to podcasts, but I would sure do it. Actually, I was performing at Broadway a couple of weeks ago, and the owner was in the audience. I didn't know it. So he smiled at me twice. So that's the most success I can ask for right now.
Especially because Al's a hard.
I didn't want to mention any names.
Well, that's all right.
No,
me and him have a love-hate relationship. I love him. He hates me.
He wasn't angry, so that's good.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by.
All right, thanks.
You're still sticking around.
Yes, I will.
You're not going anywhere.
Good. Okay.
You guys want to boogie down to some more music? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, here is John 6A.
This next song is called Wear What You Wore Last Night. Baby, open your mouth and take a shot from me. Salted lemon on her lips, wash it down with the breeze. I never seen Malibu at night. The California kind of dream. Then I squeeze it and I can tell just how it feels by the way she screams. I don't tell her enough. She looks better with no makeup on. Baby, what are you wearing tonight? I don't tell her enough. She looks better with her hair up. Baby, wear what you wore last night. And you look better with nothing on. You look better with no clothing on. And baby, twist it off and take another sip. I wanna taste the peaches on her lips. She whispers that she only wants it slow, with her fingers tangled in the sheets. Let's go. Then I squeeze it and I can tell just how it feels by the way she screams. I don't tell her enough. She looks better with no makeup on. Baby, what are you wearing tonight? I don't tell her enough. She looks better with her hair up. Baby, wear what you wore last night. And you look better with nothing on. You look better with no clothing on. I don't tell her enough. She looks better with no makeup on. Baby, what are you wearing tonight? I don't tell her enough. She looks better with her hair up. Baby, wear what you wore last night. And you look better with nothing on. You look better with no clothing on. I don't tell her enough. She looks better with no makeup on. Baby, what are you wearing tonight? I don't tell her enough. She looks better with her hair up. Baby, wear what you wore last night.
So, John,
How you been, buddy?
how are you?
It's nice to see you.
Cool. So how is the music scene in Connecticut going?
It's horrible. It's bad. Connecticut music scene is not really that good. To tell you the truth. We all want to be in New York.
Is it really like
Yeah.
that? Because all of us here in New York
Wanna
seem
be
to
in
want to,
Connecticut?
right? You know, it's
I mean, I guess it depends where you go. I mean, New Haven's pretty good. Depends on what kind of music you're doing. I mean, like the metal scene does all right. I don't know much about the hip hop scene in New Haven and Connecticut, but cover bands do pretty well.
so. What's been the best advice anybody's ever given you?
Best advice anybody's ever given me? Just get out there and play any chance you get. Anybody offers you something to do it, go ahead and do it. Open mics, anything. Just get out there, let people see your face and hear your music.
You hear that? All you people who turned me down for a cable show, go do it. I mean, I hate Nike, but do it. It fits, you know?
Just get out and do it, man.
Okay, so you're working on a new album, almost done with it?
Almost done with it, yeah. I've been sitting on these songs for a few years. I've had them for a long time, so finally decided to record them all. I'm recording them in Meriden. I recorded a couple of them in Brooklyn, and then the studio in Meriden was a little closer. So, but the CD's called What I Did Last Night. I got a few songs that you can find available online. But hopefully, at the end of this summer, I'll have it all done and out.
Big blowout for it?
Having a few parties, yeah, if that's what you mean.
No, that's not what I mean. I know you aren't the party type at all.
Not at all.
John.
Not at all.
No.
Listen to my music. This Saturday at the Frog Pond in Stratford, if anybody's around there, that's May 20th. I'm having a big party. We got a lot of good bands. We got Firejack promo girls. We got models that are going to be hanging out and stuff. And I just like to party, so we're just going to have a great time and play music.
And honestly, I got to tell you this face to face, bro.
What's that?
Well, the model girls, I would be there for. I mean, I need
That's
that
the whole
type
point.
of. I need that, but I'm working.
Well, it's all night.
I'm working.
It's probably even an after party going until 5 o'clock in the morning. We might come to New York to have the after party because you guys.
If you do that, if you bring it to New York, I'd say Brooklyn, but you don't want to party here.
No. Where do you got to go? Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah. Yeah, Manhattan. We could party in Broadway Comedy Club and make Al's head explode. I could say that because, Al, I know you're not watching or listening. Although I would like to see you one of these days sit in one of them seats right there. You and me, Al. One-on-one.
I don't know who Al is, but.
Al Martin. Anyways, I want to thank you for swinging by.
You.
And you're going to close this out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll play however long you want. I'm here.
Good. Like you had a choice.
Yeah.
Once again, you're not going anywhere.
No, I know.
You want to really laugh?
What?
This comic came, he literally just landed. You know, there is that saying, I just flew in, boy, my arm's tired. He's not going to do something that hacky because he's a professional. He is cream of the crop. I've wanted him for a long time on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the funny Latino himself, Mr. Roman Suarez.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. Very, very beautiful introduction, Jay. I appreciate it. So I literally did truly just return. I finished celebrating the holiday that everyone always remembers, Mother's Day. I celebrated Mother's Day in Hawaii. So to all the moms, aloha and happy belated Mother's Day. But it was very interesting because the reason I chose to go to Hawaii was because I recently lost my mother, and I figured, the new places, new faces, approach to life would deter me from the Mother's Day blues. And it was quite honestly a great experience. I celebrated Mother's Day by jumping off of a helicopter into the middle of the ocean, 150-foot drop into the ocean, which is exactly what my mother would tell me to do, right? That's a wonderful way to honor mama, I say it is an easy holiday to remember because you're forever reminded of Mother's Day. I remember because I was shopping. I went shopping. I was buying a gift. And I look up from the cash register and it says, "Remember Mother's Day." That's when I was buying a Valentine's Day gift. Meanwhile, for Father's Day, you're lucky if you even see it in the newspaper. As a matter of fact, the way I found out Father's Day was coming up, I was walking through Central Park and I had a real New York moment. Okay? It was a homeless guy taking a piss on the newspaper. And as he was taking a piss, I realized the coupon flew out of the newspaper that said, "Father's Day is tomorrow." That's how I remembered Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up. So shout out to all the dads. And my dad's still alive and kicking. Well, not kicking. He hurt his back, but he's alive. He's alive and he's out there. So shout out to my dad. But I visited my grandfather recently, which is excellent because he just finished celebrating his 82nd birthday. And that's my grandpapa. That was the pillar of our family. When my grandmother wasn't around, he was the pillar of the family. Because from, the classic Latino upbringing, anyone who knows a Latino knows that the mother runs the house. The father pays the bill, but the mother runs the house. And my grandfather recently remarried. My grandmother passed away 8 years ago. And remember my grandfather saying, when I met your abuela, I became very religious. I spoke to God every day. And I was like, wow, that's how deep your love was for abuela? He says, no, I prayed for her to shut up. I was like, oh, okay, Grandpa. So, but that's how he got religion. And somehow God answered his prayers because he eventually went deaf. So what's wild is that my grandfather remarried. He remarried. He did. His wife is 44 years old. His wife is 44 years old. We welcomed Grandma 2.0 into the family on his birthday a couple weeks ago. And it was interesting because everyone just shook her hand, which I think my grandma would slap me if I would have just shook her hand, But it's beautiful because we come to terms with it. We said this is a great way for Grandpa to save money on a home attendant. He married a 44-year-old woman, and he now has at-home care. And as he says, she goes all the way. Grandpa, amazing. My grandfather was an awesome, awesome human being. He taught me how to deal with emotion, which is one of the things that men don't know how to do. A lot of times men lash out. We're angry. We're angry beings. Today we do things that, lash out on society, like angry Facebook Live rants. But back in the days, Pops would come home drunk with the belt in the hand. That's when everybody had to hide or make believe you were asleep. I'm not giving any, hints away at my dad being abusive. But I try to do the best. I try to do the best for my son. I'm Latino. And to prove that I'm Latino, I'm a single father. And I take care of my son. And every summer, I bring home his cousins. And I take care of him, his cousins, and about 3 of his closest friends. So I have about 5 kids, 5 boys that I take care of. And I try to be the best male role model to them. God knows boys need good role models today. And one of the things that I do is I drive them around town, and I talk to them about things. Like the other day, I was talking to one of my friends and one of my son's friends, and to read him a little bit, I asked him, very interesting question, very simple, and I recommend this to fathers and mothers so you understand who's befriending your children. And I asked the boy, I said, would you prefer a cat or a dog? Would you like a kitty or a puppy? And his answer was a puppy. And I told him wrong. The correct answer is toolbox. You prefer a toolbox because that's what a man wants. A man needs a toolbox. See, had he answered kitty, I knew what kind of kid this was. You understand? So what's interesting, they got it. They got the lesson because we were driving down the Bronx. If anybody knows the Bronx, we were on Fordham Road, which is like Bronx Times Square. And there was a gentleman walking, rather San Francisco-ish. And he had a very effeminate walk. And my son's friend said, that guy, he needs a toolbox. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Roman. Please follow me on Instagram at The Funny Latino. Follow me on Twitter at Funny Latino, or just go on YouTube, The Funny Latino, one word, and you'll see about 42 free videos. You guys like free? Check it out. Thank you.
So,
Thank
Roman.
you. Thank you.
Flew in and, boy, your arm's tired.
Yes, I flew in.
And I thank you for that. I really feel special. You came all the way just from little old me. Well, big old me.
I did. I canceled my trip to the volcano to be here. Thank you.
I actually saw that you got some ink done.
Yes.
When you were out there. You know, they do have ways you could get tats here in New York.
I do know that.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, but it was an excellent experience getting the like Polynesian artwork. I've always had like an attraction for Polynesian culture and Asian culture altogether. You know,
So let me ask you, when did you know that you wanted to go into stand-up?
my initial, I would say my first desire to want to do stand up is when I walked past the Comedy Cellar when I was a teenager, and they were doing like the whole barking, you know, when they stand in front of the comedy clubs, and they were just selling tickets. And I remember going in. I was about 16 years old, and I went with my friends. We caught an early show, and we were all underage. And when I saw the lineup, let me tell you, it was a crazy lineup. That lineup was Mike Epps was the headliner. The John Witherspoon was on there. Like these guys were like, I guess, doing regular spots at these clubs, and I was just so taken by how amazingly words could just erupt an audience, and everyone would be in such better spirits. So to answer your question, I think I was like around 16, 17 years old when I first wanted to be a comedian.
Now, do you prefer doing stuff at home or going on the road?
At home, there's a level of comfort that makes me feel like, I'm gonna go there again. But respectfully, you know, I treat every show like a new opportunity to make people laugh. When you're on the road, being a New Yorker, first people are mystified and they're waiting to see how edgy you are, how funny you are. So it really puts me through the test, and I get to understand if I really am funny in general, or if I'm just funny on a colloquial level.
So do you have any gigs coming up?
I too will be performing at the Broadway Comedy Club. I'll be hosting Thursday the 25th of this month. I'm hosting for I believe Charlie Baquette. That's his name, Charlie Baquette. He booked me, and I'm going to be hosting that show there. And then every Thursday in June, I'm going to be hosting Comedy Mambo, which is a new comedy series that they're going to be producing out of Chinatown. So I'll be not so far away from the studios. I'll be in Chinatown Thursdays. It's going to be a 10 p.m. show. It's going to be a pretty interesting gig. And then later on in June, I will be at the Barclay Center, June 11th to be exact. That's a Saturday. I'll be at the Barclay Center.
Nice.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Thank you.
The Nets could use you.
Maybe. I mean, I'm horrible with the basketball. I'm good with a soccer ball.
You couldn't be worse than them. Now, to both of you guys, look, in comedy, especially in the New York area, there's a lot of attitudes flying around. You know, what you can say, what you can't say. And I'm just wondering what both of you guys think about the censorship level, if you will, as far as what happened with Stephen Colbert. Is there a level where a comic or comedy writers shouldn't cross?
Don't not be funny. If the joke is funny, it's funny. That joke, it wasn't even a joke. It was just an insult. And it was, I mean, yeah, he's got to be allowed. You can't tell him not to do it. But if it was funny, nobody would have been mad. It just wasn't funny. It was a stupid expression.
I'm going to be honest here. I'm not exactly clear on what Colbert did. If you could just go through it.
He chirped about Trump, and the majority of the people think he was going a little bit too far.
Okay. Well, did he touch on his family or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. When it comes to political jokes or jokes that are geared towards public figures, if it's something that pokes fun at a tragedy or a death, stay away from it. You know,
Right.
like they say, too soon, understood. Freedom of speech. And then at the same time, art is an expression. Comedy is an art form. So my take on it is, if you're not, you know, poking fun at a tragedy, if you're not making, you know, if you're not dismantling someone who's already dismantling themselves, which is the president who we could just step away from and watch him implode every day. But other than that, there is no such thing as off limits. So to be clear, really, it is a difficult time to be a comedian because we're focusing more and more every day on correctedness. But if you're saying it in the spirit of comedy and you're not being hateful, then granted, applaud, laugh, breathe, and move on with life. You can't get stuck on one moment.
The thing that backfired with Colbert, I really don't care, but it was funny that he got in trouble because he made what people considered to be homophobic, for lack of a better word. He made fun of gay sex, and they didn't like that, and he probably never even imagined that he would be going there and even get in trouble like that. What?
All right, so here's the thing, guys. Are you on me? Cool beans. New crew, they're learning the ropes to face the cameras at the hosts. Yes, it's that time of the day. So look, it took me 18, 19, 20, 21-ish months to come back here. And now it's time for me to leave again. Yes, this is the last show for a couple of months because I have to go be an MMA reporter. So, I'm not coming back till August 16th. I'll be back here in the dog days of the summer. It's going to be steaming hot outside, and when I come back, the shows are going to be steaming hot. So, guys, do me a favor. Until August 16th, check out CycloneComedy.com, the Cyclone Variety Show on Facebook. Go to it and click like. It's so simple. I know you guys can do it. Just click like. A monkey can do that, so I know you can. Also, check out In the Cage with Cyclone on Facebook. Click like. And until August 16th, ladies and gentlemen, I am Cyclone saying, stay humble, America.
The song is called Her Lovin's Like a Song on Repeat. You can find all these songs online. Facebook.com/6aband, 6A Music on Instagram. I see you sitting over there across the bar. Baby, it's going down. You smile back while we're making eye contact. Baby, I'm coming around. You know that I just wanna see what's going on underneath those clothes tonight. She said, I know what you can do to me. Baby, just tie me down and we can do anything that you like. Baby, you're like a song I just wanna hear again. I just wanna let you in and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. Baby, when I look at you, I can tell just what you like. I just want you here right now and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. And she's like a song that's playing on the radio over and over. She's like a song that's playing on the radio over and over again. You know she's shocked now with the top down, driving down 110, listen to the radio, and her lovin's like a song on repeat. She had her arms wide open, with the wind blowing in her hair. Baby, you're like a song I just wanna hear again. I just wanna let you in, and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. Baby, when I look at you, I can tell just what you like. I just want you here right now, and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. She's like a song that's playing on the radio, over and over. She's like a song that's playing on the radio, over and over again. I really don't want to talk about it. You'll find the answers on your own. Sorry about it. I can't live without it. Maybe there's nothing left for me. Maybe I want it all. Sorry about it. I can't live without it, without you. Without you. Baby, you're like a song I just wanna hear again. I just wanna let you in, and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. Baby, when I look at you, I can tell just what you like. I just want you here right now, and we can do anything you wanna do. We can sing it the whole night. And she's like a song that's playing on the radio, over and over. She's like a song that's playing on the radio, over and over again. Over and over again. Over and over again.